Heyo, I'm Colby from Sanitarium Productions. We're here today for another G.I. Joe toy review. Specifically, we're taking a look today at the boxed version of the DVD Battles set of the Revenge of Cobra set. So this particular one comes with Roadblock, a new version of Lady Jaye, and Destro, and it also has a piece of the M.A.S.S devices in here. And it also comes with the DVD with some of the cartoon episodes on it. Specifically the Revenge of Cobra miniseries. This is what, set 2 of 5 total? We have already taken a look at the version with Quick Kick in it, so I picked this one up and we're going to take a look at it also. So, yep, that's what we're going to do. So stick with us and we'll tear this box apart and take a look at the individual figures close up and see how they stack up. Stick with us. The Revenge of Cobra. This is the DVD battle set number 2 out of 5. Comes with Roadblock, Lady Jaye, Destro, and the Weather Dominator. Very cool. Flipping it over to the back, we've got a picture of the contents here. You see the piece of the M.A.S.S device that comes in the set, which is the generator. And then it explains a little bit about the Revenge of Cobra DVD that's included with it as well. And you also get to see one of the other sets, the original first set. Beyond that, just normal packaging for this particular type of thing. It does come with, again, the Revenge of Cobra DVD in the package, which is very cool. But let's go ahead and open this thing up. Got a piece of tape over here on one side. So just slice that open, and the box should just come apart with us. Should be able to just slide out everything. So all this now becomes recycling material. What have they done here? So they have the DVD itself taped in here. So let's just cut that tape off real quick and pop the DVD out. Pretty nice. I'm not going to actually review the DVD itself, but it does come with it, so that's really nice. We've got the instructions here for the M.A.S.S device and the blueprints as well. And we got the figure set up here. Let's see what we got to do to get these things out. I think they're rubber banded in. I think we're going to have to pop some tape off the back. So let's flip this thing upside down. We've got a couple of these plastic tabs that are taped up. Let's go ahead and slice the tape off of them. I really love taping these things up. Never really understood why they go to so much trouble. Then let's see what we got to do to get this thing out while we're back here. I think it's taped in as well. They love their tape. Okay, so the M.A.S.S device piece should just lift out. There we go. So set that to the side here. Flip this thing back over. Pull out the insert. There we go. It's got a nice little background of one of the stills from the cartoon. Now all the rest of this is recycling as well. Let's see what we got now. Still got some tape on things. Probably some rubber bands. Rubber bands all over the place. I think some of these rubber bands have broken in their age. Some have not. And then we also have some twist ties. Alright, I think that's got everything. So let's see. There is Destro. Get rid of these rubber bands while I'm at it. Pretty cool looking version of Destro so far. We've got the actual Weather Dominator device here that we're dropping and breaking apart. And we'll look at it here in a minute. Another piece of the Weather Dominator. Then we've got Lady Jaye and her spear. Cool. We have this crazy plant thingy with a rubber band around it as well. Kind of cool. The green version this time. And Roadblock. Alrighty. I think this thing's all apart. So yeah, here is everything that comes in the set. Well, the generator piece for the M.A.S.S device just fell off the other package, so we got the figure stands here, the file cards here, instruction sheet, and the DVD. So all in all, a lot of stuff in here. Cool looking. We'll go ahead and zoom in on each of these individually and take a closer look. But first, let's look at the file cards. Sure, why not? File cards. Roadblock. Lady Jaye. Destro. Pretty cool. Nothing too interesting about file cards, so that's why I'm dealing with them now. And we might as well open up the figure stand box bag. Get that out of the way also. Roadblock, Lady Jaye, Destro. Cool. So we won't bother reviewing these things. They're the same normal ones as come with everything else. They do have the nice logo on the top, figure's name on the front, and the one for Destro has the Cobra logo on it. Nice. So yeah, let's go ahead and zoom in now and take a closer look at each individual figure and these accessory pieces. We'll start out by looking at Destro. He comes with 0 accessories, although he does have a pistol in his holster. So he does have an accessory. Yay! A nice little gray pistol, pretty small. Not a lot of detail work on it, but it's there, so that's a good thing. The figure itself is pretty much the same standard Destro figure we've seen in previous releases. It's a nice sculpt. Destro is nice and big and bright. He looks really good. The head, there we go, is a little tight, a little sticky. But yeah, a very nice looking figure here. Articulation wise, we've got the head does spin 360 degrees, although his collar on his outfit here kind of limits that a little bit. He does have up and down motion. And you'll notice that this is that bright silver nickel plating that he is famous for, so a very good job with that sculpt. Standard ball and swivel at the shoulder joints, standard ball and swivel at the elbow joints, and for wrist articulation, his forearm above his gauntlets turns, and that's pretty much the only articulation we get in the hand. Still very nice. Got these big old grenades on his gauntlets and rockets on the other one. Very cool. At the chest, he's got the standard swivel and rocker motion, although the rocker motion not as pronounced, but there is movement there, so that's good. Standard T-hook at the waist. Again, a lot of range of motion there. Very cool. He has a single knee joint, not the double knee joint. But he does have the swivel and rocker at the ankle, so yeah. A lot of cool detail work on his costume here. Silver buckles, little details in his black outfit here. Really nice. And again, his holster on the side there does allow him to put his pistol in there. Very cool. And then if you take the pistol out, he can grip the pistol pretty easily, although he looks kind of silly there with the little tiny pistol. Destro is slightly oversized compared to some of the rest of the characters. So it's nice. It's a good figure. I really like the figure itself, so yeah, I'll give it a high rating. But again, it's pretty much the same as all the rest of the Destro figures we've seen in the past, so not really any need to rush out and grab this particular one by itself, that's for sure. So we'll move on to Roadblock here, and I've got it zoomed out a little bit here so you can see this strangler vine that comes with him. As far as comparison goes, so Roadblock is not a small character, and this strangler vine is easily twice his size, and it is made out of this real bendy plastic stuff, so you don't have to worry about breaking it or anything like that. In the actual cartoon series, he kind of got stuck in the cartoon, and one of these things was trying to drag him down, and that's kind of why they included it here. So you can kind of reenact that here with this. It's a cool accessory and a nice little touch, but to be honest with you, it doesn't do a whole lot, so it's probably just going to go in the bucket and stay there. Let's go ahead and zoom in now and take a closer look here at Roadblock by himself. So this is a nice sculpt. The Roadblock figure we got in the original release was a good figure, and this is basically just a repaint here, showing more of the classic cartoon look. He does come with a knife here as an accessory, and it is rubber banded on his hand, so let me see if I can pull that off real quick. There we go. So the knife itself is pretty much the standard knife that we've got with other releases. Nothing special about it. Nice paint job on it, but beyond that, nothing really going on with it. So Roadblock himself has some nice detail work going on. It's a little stiff from being in the package for so long. His chest harness here got some nice detailed work going on also. It's got a nice grenade over here on the side. Lots of little pouches all over the place. Beyond that, some detail work in the clothing, but not a lot going on here. So, yeah, not a lot of real reason to pick up this figure unless you just like the color scheme. Moving on to articulation, the head does rotate 360 degrees, up and down a little bit, but not a whole lot of up and down motion. Standard tight ball and swivel at the shoulder joints. The elbow has the standard ball and swivel as well. Then just a swivel at the wrist, sorry. So yeah, not a lot of articulation there, but still pretty good. Unfortunately, his hand is molded at this weird angle. Meant for his big, huge Gatling gun, but in this particular package, he did not come with a gun, so that kind of defeats the purpose there. Same thing for his other hand. It is molded at a weird angle, so kind of silly. The chest itself has the standard twist articulation and rocker motion. Quite a bit of range there, so that's nice. Standard T-hook at the waist. And again, this one's a little bit tight, which is nice, but still sometimes aggravating. Single knee joint, same as Destro, which again is a shame, but not that big of a deal. Swivel and rocker at the ankle. So yeah, pretty limited in his articulation, but still a nice figure. The color scheme works really well for this particular character. Take the knife and stick back in his hand. He can saw his way out of the strangler vines. So yeah, not the best figure in the world, but not a bad figure, especially if you don't already have a Roadblock. So now we come to the real star of the show, Lady Jaye, in her cartoon version. This is pretty much the only time we've ever seen her as she looks in the cartoon, and it does look really nice. They did a nice job with the sculpt on this one. Strangely enough, they usually have problems with that, but this one actually turned out really well. Accessory-wise, she does come with this crazy spear that she's used in the cartoon forever, so it's nice. Some nice detail work here. Nice silver paint apps on it. It's a little small and prone to breakage, to be honest with you, but it still looks very nice, and it works well as her accessory. You'll also notice she has this crazy backpack that has all these other things in them. So you can pop these tips off, and I think, maybe not. Anyways, they all pop out. And I was thinking you could pull this tip off of her spear here and use it, but that is not the case, unfortunately. So these other spear points she can't use. You can only stick them back in her pouch here. But let's take a look at it while we're here. The backpack itself is pretty nice looking, pretty standard, not a lot of detail work, but it does have the 3 slots there for these accessories to fit in. And they just slide down like so. So it looks really cool, especially paired with the other spear. It's a shame that they didn't have those as interchangeable, so you could pop this one out and put the other spearheads on. But what you gonna do? It is what it is. She also has a pistol on her side here that is removable from its holster. Let's take a look at it while we're here. Pretty much the standard version of the pistol that we get with other characters. Some nice small amount of detail work there, but still there. So that's cool. The other thing she has, so she has a pistol molded onto her boot. It is non-removable though. And she also has a dagger on her other boot that is also non-removable. So that's a shame, but still looks nice there. Pretty good work, and I do like the fact that she does at least have the one holster that has a removable pistol. Looking at the figure itself, again, a lot of detail work on this thing. It looks really nice. The head sculpt itself is pretty amazing, considering how bad most of the other ones usually end up being. Beyond that, not a whole lot of detail work, but just enough to make it look really good. So, yeah, nice job here. Articulation-wise, the head does move 360 degrees and has up and down movement. Standard ball and swivel at the shoulder joint. Standard ball and swivel at the elbows. It's a little tight on this one. There we go. And unfortunately, there is no articulation at the wrist for her on either arm. So again, it is what it is. The chest piece does have the standard articulation on it, so left and right, and the ab rocker feature, and she has quite a range of motion forward and back, so very nice there. Standard T-hook at the waist. Unlike Roadblock and Destro, she does have a double knee joint. And standard swivel and rocker at the ankles. So, all in all, very nice. I do wish the wrist moved on this one. But beyond that, it's still a very good character. Very good representation of her. The pistol itself fits in her hand easily enough. It's a little bit big for her left or right hand, but just the right size for her left hand, so I guess she's a lefty now. Then after that, you can put the pistol back in its holster at her side, and it works really well there, so very nice. Then her bag of arrowheads fits back over her head and shoulder. There we go. And it works pretty well there. Looks really nice anyways. Then her crazy spear that she uses can fit in her hand, and it slips. I think it's meant for her to grip by this silver handle, but unfortunately it's really too big for her to grab right there. So we'll just have to make do. See if it fits any better in the other hand. Yeah, it fits better in the left hand, so yeah, pretty nice looking. So all in all, this is a cool figure. It's worthwhile just to pick this set up for this one figure, or you can probably get it secondhand pretty easily as well. So yeah, pick this one up definitely. In this set, we also get the Weather Dominator, which is this crazy contraption here, which was featured in the cartoon Revenge of Cobra. It is made of a couple of different pieces here, and it is kind of weird, but still, take these pieces and you slap them together. It looks like they meant to have some other pieces for this thing, but there are no other pieces. Anyways, it fits together pretty well. Got some nice detail work. It looks cool. It does raise and lower. And on the back, we've got this cool console control panel system here for the aiming of it. So yes, all in all, pretty cool. It does have a tendency to fall apart pretty easily. Doesn't fit snugly in here. So you just have to be careful of that when you're messing around with it. But all in all, it's a pretty cool looking piece. A nice accessory in this pack. So yeah, kind of cool. The other accessory piece we get in this set is part of the M.A.S.S device itself, this time being the generator. The point was that if you collected all 5 box sets, you get one piece of the M.A.S.S device in each set, and you put them all together to make one big M.A.S.S device. So this is the generator. Got some nice detail work on it. Again, it's an incomplete piece because you have to have the other pieces to really make it do much of anything, but still it looks really nice. Got some nice different colors on it, and if I ever get all 5 pieces, we will definitely build the M.A.S.S device and take a look at it with everyone. But until then, this is piece number 2, the generator. So again, here is everything you get in the set. The best part about this entire set is really the Lady Jaye figure. The other figures are not that much different than anything else we've seen in the past, so there's not really any reason to go out and seek them out just for them. It's nice to have the Weather Dominator, and then the other piece of the M.A.S.S device that we need. So definitely worthwhile for Lady Jaye, but other than needing the M.A.S.S device piece, I don't know that this set really stands out too much. But again, definitely worthwhile for Lady Jaye itself. That's it for our review today. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, feel free to drop some comments down below. Subscribe to our channel, like us, feel free to share it with others if you think it's worth sharing. Till next time, Yo Joe.